Hey y'all, welcome to the Hey Coworker Podcast. Some of your favorite not safe for work coworkers. I am RJ, the friendly neighborhood Dom, and this is
Rasheeda,
aka
Big Rocks,
not the little one.
never the little one.
And we are your favorite not safe for work coworkers. Some of you the best coworkers in the world. Thank y'all for being here another week when you could have been anywhere, liking, sharing, subscribing, but you decided to be right here, leaving comments with timestamps. We greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all for being here another week. How are you doing, friend?
I'm doing great. I do want to clarify, not Kirk's Rasheeda. Rasheeda Jones, if you need to put a face to it, maybe.
Okay.
But not Kirk's Rasheeda.
Yeah. That's
wow,
so
what an
unfortunate.
Embarrassment.
That's unfortunate.
I heard a theory once that Rasheeda must have caught a body when she was young, and Kirk has that dirt on her. And he's threatening, if you ever leave, I will tell the world what you did. Has to be. But this got to feel like jail time anyway. He constantly embarrasses this woman. It was his son's birthday. His out of wedlock, his break baby. Well, no, I think he just cheated. I don't think they were on a break. But it was his son's birthday. And he said to his son, "Happy birthday, son." Something along the lines of, "Happy birthday, son. You came at a time when me and my wife was really going through it. Rasheeda get a lot of shit for loving you. Happy birthday, son." You could have stopped right there.
Absolutely that.
Another year around the sun.
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that on the internet?
We can see that.
Yeah.
Did he know that we could see that?
Yeah. And constant embarrassment.
People don't think through the things that they be saying.
He don't
They
have
can't.
to. Who cares? Rasheeda don't care. And who are we?
So what you're saying is because there's no consequences for his actions, he just do whatever?
I wouldn't stop robbing banks if I never got caught. I tell you that. If I never got in trouble for robbing bank, let me hit one lick. I'm hitting 1,000.
See, you get caught.
Yeah, I don't know when to quit.
Yeah, one time is cool.
I don't know.
I got what I needed.
That depends.
If you got what you needed.
Yeah, I might run out. Have to come back. I ain't get
How are
caught
you
last
running
time.
out?
I don't know how much money you think they be having in banks these days, but it's not enough to never need no money again. They don't even
That's
carry
fair.
that much. If you, let's say you had $1 million in your bank account and you wanted to take out anything over like $60,000 in cash, you got to call ahead to let them know so that they can have the cash there to give to you. So that, they have more cash than that, but so that they're not emptying out their thing. And then even if they did, it don't be like, the old movies with the bank vault full of cash.
Yeah.
That's not.
Well, now the bank vaults that are like that, you'd have to do a hell of it. You'd have to be like
Yeah, it
super
ain't no in and
sophisticated
out.
to break in.
Everybody don't have access to that.
Yeah.
You need 2 keys.
Yeah. It's where the rich people keep their cash. This
Yeah.
is not regular.
Yeah. So I'd have to do it again.
You're not giving it up.
I ain't get caught.
Fair.
Yeah. But you know what? I might have to take that back because of my life. My life, whenever I try new things, whether it be going somewhere and experience cooking, like whenever I try new things, the first time is always great, especially with cooking.
Yeah.
Or like doing my own hair, trying a new hairstyle on myself or something like that. The first time I do it is great. And I'm like, oh, I can do this. The next time, no, terrible. What were you thinking?
All bad.
A fluke. Yeah.
Tough. I'm so sorry, friend.
Yeah, that's how it goes. And then I usually give up at that point.
But you do talk about how you will give
Have to
up.
quit.
Yeah, it's
No perseverance over here.
resilience isn't.
I blame gifted and talented classes. We've talked about that several times. I do blame them gifted and talented classes for sure. Now I know it's probably more in line with ADHD or something, but I blame it on the class.
The class probably wasn't helpful.
Yeah. But the class, I didn't have to do anything to be in that class. I was just smart. I didn't have to try. I didn't have to study. I didn't have to really learn. I absorb the information that my teachers are giving me and then I'm able to regurgitate it. It doesn't take much more than that. And so that kind of shaped my life. Like if something is hard, it's probably not for you. Cause things come easy.
It's just not a thing I need to participate in.
Yeah. It'll be cool. I've made it this far without it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Well,
How are you?
My day it started off really poorly actually. Mojo was being an asshole and would not let me meditate and get my life together. Then I got to work and realized I could not find my badge. So that sucked. Then when I went to go like unpack stuff from my the hoodie that I keep in my bag, because sometimes my office is cold because I have a vent like right above me. I'm like, yo,
these buildings and stuff are designed with white people in mind.
It's cold, and it's summertime, so it's freezing in there. It's like fucking 65 degrees in my office, bro.
That's perfect for sleeping.
Yeah.
During the day, productivity.
But you sleep in 65?
68. We usually put it between 65 to 68, somewhere in there.
But yeah, I do be feeling sluggish.
That cold make you sleepy.
So yeah, so that happened. Oh, and then when I went to go take that sweater out, I realized that it was wet because I didn't like tighten my water bottle cap, and so that spilled on it. So yeah, so to recap, Mojo was an asshole.
Wet jacket.
Could not meditate. Wet hoodie, and couldn't find my badge, which I now have to replace.
Oh, you still can't find it?
No, which means that it's lost, which means I'm gonna have to replace it.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it's a pain.
Yeah, I hate losing stuff because I'm the type of person who puts everything in the exact same spot all the time. So when I lose stuff, I have no idea where it could be.
Yeah.
That means on a whim, I set it down somewhere, like probably while I was doing something else and forgot to pick it back up, and it could be anywhere.
Bro, I have a specific place that I put my iPad. And so when it wasn't in the place that I put my iPad, I swore it was stolen.
Yes, for sure.
Speaking of things being stolen, definitely thought my car was stolen over the weekend. It was so bad. Me and little one went to our like marriage counseling therapy thing that we're doing now. That's going good, by the way. So she was like, hey, do you want to take your car or my car? I said, I don't care. We can take your car. She's like, well, she volunteered her car. I said, all right, cool. So we take her car and we're driving her car and everything is cool. And then we get back and she goes, hey, babe, where's your car? And I go, well, my car's right. My car was right there. I'm like, well, maybe did I park it somewhere else? So I'm like walking up and down the parking lot. So I'm like, no, my car is gone. So then I called the police and like, I'm like, hey, my car got stolen. Cause that's my first thought. Mm-hmm. And they're like, okay, well, someone will call you back so that you can make a police report. I said, all right, thank you. Then I got a call back from the police department saying, hey, no, your car's not stolen. It just got towed. It's here. So
here?
Well, not here. It's at impound lot. Mm-hmm. So I am like, so I call
impound. You left it here?
It was here and
at
it got
your
towed.
home.
Yes. So this is what happened. I left it here. We got a new towing company. Mm-hmm. When we moved in, we gave them all of our like vehicle registration information. They've been sending us emails since June about how they got a new like tow company that we needed to like register our vehicles with.
Is my car okay?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
There's never been a problem before, but also I'd never gotten towed before. So like it now might be best practice to park
at the top.
Yeah.
Is that for open? Is that?
Yeah, I believe that's like visitor parking.
Okay.
So, but they are like sent us an email back in June where they're like, hey, register your car with these people. I'm like, first of all, why is that a thing I need to do?
Why can't y'all not just hand that over to them?
Exactly. Which tells me y'all probably did hand that over to them. So why didn't I've been living here for long enough. So now I got to go call somebody about getting reimbursed for getting towed. But now I think my car is stolen. I've already called insurance, made a report to insurance. I've called the police, and then I get a call back from police saying it's not stolen. It's just impounded. Mm-hmm. So I called the impound lot. And I go, hey, is my car there? I said, yeah. They said, oh. I said, where's the name of the driver? They was like, I can't give you that, but I can give you the company that like wasn't him because I don't know the name of the driver. I said, okay, they give me the company and I'm calling the tow truck company. No one is answering the phone. So no one answered the phone on their end. So then I go to my leasing office and they said, oh yeah, well, we got an email about like why it got towed. It got towed for like lack of registration. So they said lack of registration. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, I've lived here. I gave y'all all of my information already. So I'm mad at, and the girl that I talked to just wasn't really helpful. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, what are you talking about, bro? Like I've lived, okay. So all of that happens. I am now like upset about, she's not being helpful. Mm-hmm. The dude at the tow truck place wasn't really being helpful. I get there, I'm already like hype. I had to do everything in my I had to use every little bit of like self-control I had not to hurt that little man. And there are parts of me like really wanted to, cuz like he started to talk a little too spicy, and mm-hmm. and Joy said something, and then he said something to and I about lost my mind. I was like, "Oh, when I get back there to get my car, me and you are going to have a conversation, because now you ain't got no gate that you can hide behind." So he like, so I stop and I knock on the door, and the other dude came to the door. He was like, you want to talk to him? You got to go around through the glass. So I'm trying to, because he told me his name, but he was being a smart ass. And I was like, no, I need your name. Mm-hmm. I want your name. Because in my head, I'm like, you don't want to like come and have a conversation with me. And this could have just been a conversation, because I got home and I calmed down and I realized he don't really have any control. One of the things I realized was the apartments contracted the tow truck company. The tow truck company contracts with the impound yard. They're not all the same entity. And so everybody can like kick the can down the road and be like, I'm not responsible. I don't have anything to do with this. But the way old boy at the like tow truck yard is responding to me, he's like being a dickhead. Yeah. For no real good reason. I'm like, yo, we could have had a conversation and you could have been like, whatever, and been like real calm and de-escalated, but you didn't decide to do that. You decided to like try to antagonize me. And then was at one point like,
my car just got towed. I'm already on edge.
Yeah, he was like, I was like, oh, well, I could hold your car for an hour. I said, sir, I guarantee you don't want to do that. Yeah. I promise you that's not a thing you want to do, because first of all, my first thought is I will call the cops and report my car stolen while it is in the impound lot, because I've paid my money and you're refusing to give me the car. Mm-hmm.
All this is after you've paid.
Yeah. I said, hey, Brody, don't. Hey, Brody, yo. So yeah, I had to test on Sunday. So yeah, that was that. Yeah.
Calling the police before checking to see if it was towed is a little bit crazy.
Because why would it be getting towed in my apartment?
I don't know, but like I don't know. It's just we went through that with Vet. Remember, his car actually was stolen. Yeah, though. And it was a very similar situation. Well, we had just been in the house since the day before at like Funnily 4 p.m.
My first thing that I thought about was Vet's car being stolen, and then I wanted to call, and then I called the police.
Yeah, but we had been in the house since like 4 p.m. And then we came out like the next day and it was gone. And I immediately thought it might be stolen, but let's check before we start filing police reports and stuff. Let's just check all the options. We went up to the leasing office.
And I was immediately like, why does someone want to steal my car? It's not worth stealing.
That's how I felt about his car, no shade. I mean, it's a BMW, but
it's an older BMW.
Yeah. I wouldn't steal it. And I like to steal. Sorry, I won't. Not anymore. I used to like to steal.
My dad used to buy older like Mercedes and stuff. Like, but he would buy shits from like the 70s. I'm like, this was like in the original Godfather movie. Like, this is not cool now, Dad. I know this is probably what you thought you saw when you was watching the movies growing up.
What you said you was gonna get when you grew up, but not this exact one. Like maybe the
this didn't
current
age.
model.
Yeah, this didn't age like you think it aged. This isn't like the really, really cool one.
Yeah.
This is the sedan. This is It's not a cool one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, my day was interesting, and then I had clients that were a couple that were challenging. Some that were cool though. But you got to be careful with the like cool ones, because the cool ones be tricky. And they're like, you got charisma. I see how you got here. you've been trying to charm your way. You're not finna get, because I've people will throw you under the bus quickly when you do things for them.
I started watching that. This has nothing to do with what you're talking about, but for some reason it popped in my head. That Ed Ed something. He was like a serial killer from a long time ago. He has a lot of like movies based on him and stuff. But the mistake I made was looking him up and reading his crimes, and I was just like, yeah, I can't really get with this. But he was the base of he's Psycho, the original Psycho, not, well, maybe American Psycho too, but I see more similarities with the original Psycho. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that popped in my head just now.
ADHD,
quite possibly. But yeah, I watched the first episode and that was it.
And what was the name of it?
I can't remember his name. His name is Ed Weir or Gear or something like that. Maybe EIR is how it ends, but I can't remember what the first letter of it is. But he was a serial killer. He was obsessed with his mom, and like his mom ended up dying, and he started hearing her voice in his head telling him to do stuff, and he went and dug her body up. He killed a few people.
It was like a real story?
Yeah. It's a real serial killer.
I feel like there have been like movies and shit, and like with that trope in them where like the dude's obsessed, but also that's a common trope with serial killers. A lot, according to Vet, a lot of like movies and stuff pulled from his life. So like in America, you ever watch The Bates Motel? No.
Okay, well that is about the original movie Psycho, which is kind of based on him. Leatherface, because he would like cut off his victim's face and put it on his face. So Leatherface is based on him. It was a few. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, maybe he said, I don't know, but it was a few that were like based on him.
Maybe I need to up my horror education, because the other thing is I don't really watch like horror movies.
Me neither.
It's not a huge thing that I've been like into. So
yeah. Same.
I go for comedy over horror almost every time.
I go for comedy over just about everything. But I could do a drama.
I will
or a thriller.
I don't really do
the psychological thrillers. I kind of like those a bit sometimes.
Yeah.
But I saw this TikTok where this girl was like, she was using a sound, I think, or it might have been her, but basically she was like, when you're a horror girly trying to read a romance novel, and she was like, she's reading it and she's like, oh, you haven't seen him and you haven't heard from him in 3 days. Girl, he's dead. Oh wait, this is not that kind of book.
Depending on your romance novel, he could absolutely be dead. Type of shit I be reading, he could be dead. It's very likely, actually.
Are those romance novels though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not the male main character, because he's probably not gonna be dead. But another motherfucker that you ain't seen for a while, oh yeah, he gone, bro.
Yeah,
out of there.
The Upper Room. Man, I love the movie Life. What a good movie.
I did not see that coming, and I should have. I feel like I should have, but yeah, because the Upper Room fits right there.
Dead as hell. My sister just sent me an article because we was talking about road rage earlier, and she had sent me an article of somebody was going slow in front of him, so he got out and started banging on this man's car, and the man was like, I will shoot you, and he didn't listen, so he shot him and he died. And it's like, look at you, now you dead as fuck because somebody was going too slow. Think about that. You're dead as hell because somebody else was driving too slow for what you liked.
That person is also probably in jail for shooting somebody.
Probably not. In Texas?
It was in
Dallas, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, so this is the thing.
Your car is your home. The is it Castle Doctrine here? What is it here? I think it's Stand Your Ground in Florida, Castle Doctrine here, but it's basically the same thing. That extends to your car. So if somebody is banging on your car and posing a threat to you, you have the right to defend yourself in Texas.
You have your CHO or conceal? Mm-mm. So when I took that, they was like, hey, bro, I know that unless someone is like imminent threat, and you can try to get on some like I was feared for my life, but like that may not hold up depending on circumstances. Because if you shot somebody through your window, through your closed window,
I was literally just telling my sister, you know how people be like, oh, I don't need no gun because my attitude bad or I got anger issues and blah, blah, blah. That's never what I think about, because taking somebody's life is a serious thing. Shooting somebody is a very serious thing. And I'm never the person to just be like, oh, you made me mad, let me up my tool. No, I am way more level-headed than that. What really scares me is this exact situation. I was just telling my sister this today. Is me actually fearing for my life and ended up going to jail off a fucking technicality, or like, I guess we can start talking about the situation that happened with me the other day.
Yeah.
So I was, I had went to the gym that morning. After the gym, I stopped and got Chick-fil-A for me and my man. And I pulled up to the house and I had to gather my stuff. Now I always back in to every parking spot. If it's a straight parking spot, not a slanted one, I'm going to back in. So I back into the spot. So I'm like facing the street and I see this guy walking really slow past the front of my car. Now he's on the other side of the street, but he's still like, and he's looking in my car. Now, mind you, I just left the gym. I had a hat on. I got this boy ass haircut. I ain't had no earrings on. Like I'm not really thinking nothing like that, but I got my eye on him. So I'm taking a little bit slower. And then another man walks by, looks in my car, looks at him and keep walking. So I'm taking my time, getting my stuff out the car. And then I finally gather everything and I get out. And I get to the steps, I turn around, he's looking like he's stopped moving. He should have been around the corner by now, by how long it was taking me to move around. He's not, he's dead staring at me when I turned around. And me being who I am, the fuck is up? What's up? What's good? What you need? Look that man dead in his face. Is it a problem? Because it can be. What the fuck is the issue? He didn't say anything. He just started walking off. So I called my man. My man came outside. Now, I don't want to stand on the steps because I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to be in front of my house. I go back to my car. I'm not in the car, but I'm standing at the car. He comes out and I said, that dude over there, because all I said was, can you come outside? I didn't tell him anything. He said, what's up? I said, that dude right there. He was, wait, let me fit. Goddamn, let me just tell you what happened so you know how far you need to take it. You know what I'm saying? And so I explained it to him. He said that the dude did seem like he was on some drugs or something. He looked like he was tweaking.
When I looked at the video, he looks like he's either on drugs or mentally ill.
Yeah, he looked like he was tweaking. He said he was kind of like talking to himself and stuff. But he was walking behind, like Vet was following behind him. He had to catch up because the dude kept walking. He was like, hey, he kept yelling at him. He wouldn't turn around. And then I didn't follow because I do not feel like that's what my man would have wanted me to do.
No.
Do not come over here because we don't know what's finna happen.
Absolutely not.
Do not come over here. So I didn't follow. I went and took the food in the house and I came back outside with my purse in hand just in case things do need to get taken somewhere. And then I couldn't see them anymore. Like I had my pistol in my purse. So I couldn't see them anymore. So I get in the car to like trying to drive around the corner to see if I can see them. And there's a white girl in a little 2-piece workout outfit with her headphones on, just walking. And I roll my window down. I'm literally yelling out the window trying to get her attention. She cannot hear me. So I have to drive up like further up and get out the car in order to get her attention. And I'm telling her, you need to be careful because my boyfriend just had to chase a nigga down who was watching to see where I was going. He was trying to see which apartment I was going into. I don't know what would have happened. You need to take the motherfucking headphones off and be aware of your surroundings. And you don't want to think, you want to believe that you, in the safety of your home,
but yeah, at least
take a jog.
Not the big headphones.
Or
bro.
Don't have them turned all the way up or turn the noise canceling off, at least like when you're not in the gym. You outside in very open. She's a very small girl, much like me. It's like, yeah, you need to take those off. So then I couldn't find them. He chased that man all the way around the apartments. Like he left out to the left. When he came back, he was coming from the right because he chased that nigga all the way around.
Apartments are a circle, bro. That's
Yeah, my apartments are one big ass circle. So yeah, he came back from the other side and he beat him up. The video that I posted was after he had already beat him up. Yeah, and he had no shoes on.
the dude.
No, bet he came outside. He thought I needed help with groceries or something like that. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. Hawked that man down with no shoes on.
Crazy.
And they in the comments firing his ass up because he had on black forces. Thought he was finna do something.
Yeah.
And it's like, I do feel bad. I don't feel bad at all. But I do understand, if somebody is on drugs or has something going on, that's unfortunate. But my safety comes first. And
Absolutely.
the absolute best thing that could have happened for that man at that time was for me to do exactly what I did. Because otherwise he would have been shot.
So the problem with situations like that are, right, there's no real good options, because in that situation, if you call the police and you don't get the right, like if you don't okay. So when I hear this situation, I think either he was on drugs or he's mentally ill. Mm-hmm. If I call the cops and say, hey, I need you have to know to call the cops and know to ask for the right thing. Mm-hmm. To be able to get the right people there to be able to handle him. Because if I say, hey, 911, there's a dude who's mentally ill here, or there's a dude who I think is on drugs, they're sending regular police who don't know how to deal with the situation and are going to fuck him up. Hopefully, and if he's mentally ill, that's going to be bad, right? But if he's mentally ill, to call CERT. CERT could get there and be like, he's not a threat to nobody. He not threatening to hurt nobody else. He not threatening to hurt himself.
Well, yeah. And so, but that's how the reason I got here is because, what if I have my pistol in hand because I see this man and I don't want to, like I said, taking somebody's life or just shooting somebody, even if they don't die, that's a very serious thing. That is not something that I take lightly. So if I have a pistol in my hand and I'm up the steps and you come up them steps, I don't know if he live in these apartments or not. I know he don't live in this building. I know he don't live where these steps go. I know that for a fact because I know all my neighbors. Mm-hmm. So I know he don't live here. And I'm the only black person in this building. So who the fuck are you visiting?
Yeah.
And so it terrifies me to think, as a girl who is allowed to have a gun, am I even allowed to use it in this situation where I do not feel safe? I don't want to wait till the nigga is on my porch. I don't want to wait until he's in my home. If I feel this threat, if I say back the fuck up and you don't back the fuck up, I'm finna shoot you. And that's just that. Because I don't want it to get there. Calling the police never crossed my mind. The only time I'm calling the police is for y'all to come pick this body up. Send who you need to come send. Or if, depending on how the situation goes, I can see myself holding this nigga hostage. Sit the fuck down on this curb till the people get here. You're not going anywhere. Gun pointed directly at him. Sit the fuck down till somebody come pick you up. Cause I'm not finna let you walk away from here and I don't feel safe. I have not left out of my home without my pistol since. And I'm talking about, I had to go get a package from the front and I wanted to walk, but I had on this little bodysuit and I didn't have nowhere to put it. I can't just walk with it in my hand. So I didn't have nowhere to put it. I didn't want to bring my whole purse. So I got in the car and drove around. I have not left out of my home without my pistol since.
The holster thing? The holster thing?
My pistol, it don't fit in there.
That's right. We did talk about that.
Yeah, it don't fit in there.
Too big.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking about the difference in my experience with that because I am not a small person. I'm not a small human being. The ability for people to try me and their desire to try me don't happen all that often. And so me thinking about all the ways in which this would just be a different situation for me and how scary that has to be for you, and thinking about how scary that would have had to been for little one.
Yeah. And now I'm in court. Now I got to tell your family, I'm so sorry that your loved one lost his life, but it had to be one of us.
But that's one of them things where
it wasn't gonna be me.
That's one of them things where like Vet could end up in court because he beats up this dude and like he hits him, cracks him, and he falls down the wrong way, and now it's a whole different thing. Which I didn't think about that type of shit till I got older, because like fighting
you got
was
shit
just,
to lose.
yeah. No, well, also just like you see people like get knocked out, get all the time, and you don't think about it, and then you hear about stories of Buddy punched him, he fell backwards and hit his head wrong.
That was it.
Died, and now you go to jail for murder.
Yep.
Yeah, tough.
But yeah, that was and then somebody was like, "Don't leave this video up. It's evidence or whatever." What we see in this video, what you see very specifically in this video. The video starting off, Vet telling him go on about his business. The man walking away out of the apartments, like you can see where the car passes by, leaving out. The man is already on the other side of the gate and starts to walk back with a rock. And then we see Vet put him in the damn blender real quick and spin him out his jacket. I said he spun him out that jacket like a damn Beyblade.
First of all, a fucking beautiful reference. First of all, goddamn. We're going to acknowledge that.
Thank you. I was quite proud of it.
Who knew that you knew about fucking Beyblade, nigga?
Yeah, that's the first, like, as soon as I saw, like, the way he spun, it felt like, it just felt like.
Wow. Fuck.
Oh my gosh, I'm so funny. It's tough being this funny sometimes.
The fact that both of us had encounters that we were just like, bro, this could go so bad. Because this is the other when I was walking, I was like, yo, I'll be back. when I walked to my car, and everybody looked at me like I was going to get a pistol. But I didn't see that because I'm walking to my car. In my head, I'm thinking I'll be back, as in like I'm gonna call somebody, and this is not the end of this. Yeah. And I was like, that could be the case. And then I got home and I was like, oh,
that probably sounded like a more serious threat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to summarize this as best I can. There's this guy named Ben, and I think he's so funny. He's on TikTok. Long story short, he went to get some food from this chicken spot that morning. He paid for the food, didn't get a receipt, and he was asking for the receipt. He was like, can you make sure it go through? He said he paid with Apple Pay. You know, Apple Pay will pop up. Like, if you're using a debit card, it pop up right away. He was like, I didn't get the notification on my phone. I'm trying to make sure that you got it. And she was like, yeah, you're good. They ended up calling him later saying your payment didn't go through. And he was like, I asked y'all that shit there. Don't worry about it. I'll be there when I get off. He goes there. He goes back when he gets off. It's a different person on the shift. That person is kind of like, bro, all you got was some wings. Why you couldn't pay for it? They got into it a little bit. He was just like, you're going to see me again. He was just like, I don't know why I said that. I'm never going back there.
Yeah, not if I can help it. But like, yeah.
This isn't the last. This isn't the last of me.
Hopefully it actually is. Hopefully I never see you again. This is the thing. And the other part that pissed me off later was going back and realizing these are three completely separate entities. So the only people that could like reimburse me for anything, only people that would,
is the apartments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they not going to.
But that doesn't really change the fact. I don't give a fuck how many places is fix your attitude.
The other thing that I realized was one of the reasons my attitude got bad, because when I thought my car was stolen, I was completely calm. Mm-hmm. This was like, there's nothing I can do about that. It is just gone, and I need to reevaluate my life and think about what do I have and where can I pull from to like go put a down payment on a car, and what does that look like, and how do I? And I'm figuring all that stuff out, and I'm not like I'm calm and figuring it out, so I don't have time to be angry. When that figured out, it got towed
from my home,
where I am allowed to be
to park. Like,
I was incensed. I was like, yeah, no, yeah. It was ridiculous. But shout out to me for like having like enough self-control to keep me out of jail, because that could have gone there was a point where I'm standing talking to the dude, and he like opens the door to go back into the office, I could have easily ripped the door open with him like trying to close it, and walked in there and done damage. But
who has time for that? What comes with that after?
Yeah, the thing was, I thought about it, and like 19-year-old me with way less like frontal lobe might have gone for it. It might have ended up in jail. But luckily I have a developed frontal lobe. So, you know, we're here now. Speaking of underdeveloped frontal lobes, did you see what happened on the Joe Budden podcast? With Flip and what's her name? Do you have thoughts?
And Mark.
Yeah.
Do I have thoughts? Not anything that hasn't already been said. I don't watch the show, but you can't help but come across the clips. Yeah, and Flip is his name. He is very visibly intimidated by Mark's intelligence.
Flip be trying to pick at him. You could tell when he's trying to pick. Like, I know the first time I noticed it was like the Asada Shakur thing. They were talking about Asada Shakur who had passed away, and like Flip, like, but it always at least in the clips that I've seen, Flip does it off of like Joe says something, and then Flip like eggs on and like keeps going.
I don't know when there is a clip surfacing of you telling somebody that they be trying to use fancy words or whatever.
You be trying to use tricky words. That nigga said, I'm using regular words. They just tricky to you.
You gotta shut the fuck up after that. You got to shut up after that. Do you know how embarrassed you ought be while you are yelling at another grown ass man because he's smart and your friend sitting next to you is having to constantly pull your fucking shirt down?
Well, he was really just trying to like hold him back, I think. But yeah.
Was he? I think no shade, no body shaming. But at his size, he wasn't finna spring into action. You see what I mean? He was gonna have to use some leverage to get up off of that couch. You have time.
But then, like, if I hold him like this, he knows he's gonna have to do even extra effort to get up, and that may discourage him from even trying.
Or if you do like this, that's putting a battery in his back. You know, you better be lucky they holding me back.
I mean, that also could be true.
Yeah. I don't know. The shirt wasn't covering everything. That's all I'm saying. Like
the hoodie, really, it was a sweater.
Oh yes, the top.
Yeah,
whatever it was. Now the clip from the Joe Budden podcast. Oh, you can go ahead. I do want to talk about another clip, but you can give your before we get to circle back here.
I think them motherfuckers be trying Mark a lot with his. I think Mark is in a place that he needs to be because niggas need him to be in those rooms where he can like give a different perspective. Mm-hmm. I just think it's going to be wearing on him.
Yeah. He as somebody who has never once tuned in, only see the clips against my will. He seemed too good for that show.
He's an intellectual.
Yeah.
He's an actual like Joe is a
pseudo intellectual.
Joe's a pseudo intellectual, but Joe is like life smart. Joe has good insight. Joe has lived like he's gotten to a point where like I wouldn't say he's like a great role model, but he's like you can learn things from Joe, right? Mark is actually really really smart. Mm-hmm. Like does like knows how to do like research and like could probably conduct experiments. Like that's not regular. Mm-hmm. And so when you put him in rooms with like who's like that who do the kind of group think and have this and have thought the same way that like at one point all of us used to think, and then like you read books. And
some of us.
Yeah. Or you go out into the world and you interact with different people and you learn like things about like how, but regardless, I wish them all the best. I really hope that they like grow through this. Mm-hmm. And I really hope he don't leave the show. I feel like they need him there. Especially because I feel like Melissa Ford is no longer on the show.
It's Mona now. That's what I wanted to bring up. There was a clip of the white boy. Did you see that? The white boy goes, well, Joe, I think that's about everything. I think we've done everything for the day. Mona is staring this man dead in the face. Well, Joe, Massa, I think that's about it for the pod in the day. I think we's due for a break, Massa. She's staring this white boy dead in the face, mocking him with the slave tone, by the way he was talking to Joe. Oh, my God. Mona is a treasure.
Mona's amazing.
Mona is a treasure. See, she is hilarious. Mona was introduced to us for the most part
on her own pod.
Well before her podcast. Mona was introduced to us. Like, I feel like what really set her into motion was
mine. Is that mine?
Maybe, but I'm
one hand on frontal. What? That's Mona.
Why you being weird to me?
Oh my God,
that's Mona.
Mona, we love you.
You know what? That's not even my first video. The first time I've ever seen Mona years ago, she was talking about how she went to the doctor, didn't know she had a pap smear. She said, I ain't ready for the pap. How you know I'm ready for the pap? I'm saying it's good, but like if I would have been pap ready if I knew we was doing the pap when I got here. That's the first video I ever seen of Mona. It's from a long time ago, well before TikTok. Yeah. She's so funny. Just hilarious. And she was she's like, she gained a lot of weight, and then you can see like her confidence, like when she be getting her hair done, and that now that she's getting back to like a more comfortable size for her, she be feeling herself.
Bro, that clip is this nigga said I got a linebacker number. Hey, get him out of here. Oh my God.
She posted a video with her hair done, and she was, like she was looking real cute, and somebody in the comments was like, you ain't no linebacker no more.
Yo. Bro. But which I think is also another thing that Mark says is that they brought Mona for funny. I don't know why you here. Or maybe someone online said that, but regardless,
Mona in the background talking about I'm scared.
The thing is also Mona's also like smart and conscious as well, because she be like, because she got that. What you don't realize about usually people that are that light skinned are extremely militant, and I don't think you realize like people. She's probably like had people call her white girl her entire life.
Her name on the internet is literally "Don't call me white girl." That's her ad. Don't call me white girl.
Because she's been called that, so she had to do the most and be the most militant. Because why are you playing with this girl? And smart and funny. We love you, Mona.
Yes, we do. Down a treasure.
Let's see. What else did I had other things on.
She went on Poor Minds. Now, mind you, Poor Minds is Drex and Leia. Drex and Leia. Lex and Drea. Two gorgeous Black women from Houston. Drea, I would probably say is light skinned. Lex probably like maybe around my color or a little lighter than me or whatever. But two very beautiful girls. I don't know if you know who they are, like if you've seen them, but two gorgeous girls. Mona is on their show, and I don't remember what they were talking about, but Mona was like, well, auntie such and such, like, I'm older than y'all. And they was like, how old do you think we are? And she was like, I'm in my 30s. They were like, we're in our 30s too. And she started cussing them out. You bitches, how y'all look like that? I thought I was way older than y'all.
Wait, who?
She was on Lex and Drea's show.
Yes.
And she was talking to them like they were in their 20s.
Yeah.
And so when she found out they was in their 30s too, she was like, bitch.
The fuck y'all got going on?
How y'all look like that? I'm thinking that I'm like way older than y'all. Yeah.
Tough. That's like when there was like someone I was like, oh, he's younger than me, or it was actually Meg Thee Stallion. They were like, oh yeah, Meg Thee Stallion's about to be 30. I was like, wait,
yeah,
huh? That can't be right. Or she's in her 30s, because I think about her as like, part of me still thinks about her as like the age that I met her at, or like her being college age. So it doesn't really register to me. And she got famous when she was still in school. Yeah. So yeah. Interesting.
Did we talk about last week? Did I talk about people on the internet making me defend white people?
No, I don't think so. That doesn't sound familiar.
I posted that video telling white people to shut the fuck up and just mind their own business, leave us alone. And a white girl, she set me up for such a beautiful joke. I love when people give me alley-oops. She commented and said, I don't know if I should comment and agree with you or just hush because I'm white as hell. And my response to that was, well, Kayla, I can't tell you what to do, but if you're going to tread, make it light because I'm on edge right now. And her response to that was the zip lip emoji. And so for the vast majority of the replies there are people laughing, either like laughing at her, laughing at me or whatever. But there are a few niggas in the comments like, this is exactly what she's talking about in the video. Y'all need to mind
You're doing
a lot. You're doing a lot. Like, please don't make me have to defend this white woman.
Because this is the thing. She is like, she cool. She all right. Like, this is not one we have to worry about. Like, read the room.
There are so many white people out here doing terrible shit. We don't have to pick fights with the ones doing nothing. You can throw a coin and hit a racist, especially on the internet. You don't have to pick at one who's doing nothing. Somebody trying to tell me, somebody told her, I don't think she was looking for white validation. I replied to that person and said, you don't have to speculate about my answer to this because I gave her one. If you don't like it, that's your business. This is my page. You don't get to tell nobody what I was and wasn't talking about. She's saying, well, the whole point of the video was them staying out of our business. That doesn't mean they can't comment. This is the analogy that I have for that. If I came across a video that said black people need to stop whooping their kids, I don't whoop my kids. So you wasn't talking to me. I can comment and say, I agree. Black people should probably stop whooping their kids. Or I could shut my ass the fuck up because you wasn't talking to or about me. That is what she said. It's nothing wrong with that. That's not minding nobody's business. That's not invalidating anybody's experiences or feelings. That's not questioning anything that I've said. It's saying, do I show my solidarity by agreeing out loud or just hitting the repost button and shutting up? That's valid. You can do either one of those things. And then for y'all to still be mad after I told the girl to tread light and she said, I don't want to fuck up. I don't want to say the wrong thing. What the fuck are y'all mad about?
I don't like when people don't read the room and they go after people unnecessarily. Because like we said, there's so many people that you could go and you can chop at them because they're dumb and they deserve it. This person don't even really deserve nothing.
She's done nothing, and she was eating their asses up in the comments. I wasn't even having the only time I really spoke up is if somebody was like on behalf of Roxanne, just shut up. I said, don't speak for me. I gave her an answer, and then somebody gonna say, well, I didn't see it. I didn't see your response. Let me tell you, I be on the internet. I know how it works. My comment has more likes than hers, and it was the first one. Instagram showed the whole reason you saw her comment is because of mine.
Yep.
That is how that works. So you tell that lie to somebody who's not chronically online.
When it showed you her comment, it showed you my reply.
Yes.
That's the only reason
you saw it is because of my reply, which has like over 1,000 more likes than her comment. So I know you saw it. You don't get to speak for me. I have a very loud mouth.
Bro, this of course was on Instagram.
Yeah, but no, Facebook. They came out on Facebook. The whites was out. I love cussing out white people. I love cussing out white people, and I love to double down. When they in there, this sounds very racist. So y'all been racist for all of time. Now you don't want to play no more because it's my turn. Now that the rabbit got the gun, racism is bad. It wasn't bad when you was benefiting from the shit for years. Y'all been racist forever. It's my turn. There have been I wish I had my phone so I could just go through some of the comments. A white person said something, blah, blah, blah. Nobody's hunting y'all. I said, before I get into that, what you won't find me doing, especially to a white man, is explaining myself. I'm only making jokes. I'm not trying to teach you nothing. But he says, nobody's hunting y'all. My reply to that was, direct reply to him. First comment was, I'm hunting you now, Travis. His response was, y'all have such a victim mentality. What part of I'm hunting you now is a victim. Also, what victims do you know that tell their oppressors to shut the fuck up? Close your mouth. Mind your business. Find you something safe to do. Shut the hell up. I don't know any victims doing that.
Because if 1 + 1 is 2.
I don't know any victims doing that. They just be on there talking. White women in my comments talking about well, why do you even have to say as a black person? Why not as a human? Bitch, because I am only ever talking about humans. Y'all be fucking them dogs. I know golden doodles are part white. I know, and can't nobody convince me otherwise. White men are fucking poodles and making golden doodles. I know it. I just can't prove it. But I know. You seen that video of that golden doodle sitting on the steps? All he was missing was a cigarette. I'm talking about
golden doodle.
A golden doodle, like a golden retriever and a poodle mix. It was sitting knees bent, sitting on the steps like this.
Why?
Stressed. Probably living with white folks. Probably tired of getting fucked. I don't fuck around with them white people, and they know I don't. You over here talking about, well, this is racist. So, bitch, I don't give a fuck what you finna do. And I don't like you or your kind. I say that all the time because you're not gonna come into a video of me not being racist. All I said was leave us alone and mind your business. All I said was if I saw a white person saying as a white person, I'm scrolling. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what you're talking about. I genuinely don't.
Yeah, as soon as someone says it's a white person, I kind of like him like, this is not for me. I'm not the intended
audience. I'm not
audience.
white. And not only am I not white, I'm not one of those blacks obsessed with white approval. I don't care. Y'all are none of my concern. You are none of my business. If there was a way for me to post videos and it went out to everybody but white people, I would do that. It's deep. It's in there. Yeah. When people be talking about, I be seeing a post that say, white people don't like us being pro-black because they think pro-black means anti-white, and that's not what it means. Who? That's exactly what I mean. Speak for yourself.
It's not necessarily what I mean, but also I be like, one of the things I have to remember is our experiences of white people are complete. You grew up in the South dealing with Southern racist white folk.
Kinda. To be completely honest, my personal experience with white people is very limited outside of school. And then I went where I'm from, Galveston is very mixed. So the only time I experienced racism directly when I was in high school was I started dating this white boy because he was obsessed. He wouldn't let up. And he was kind of cute or whatever. So I started dealing with this white boy. He was white. His parents he was Italian and white American. Okay. And his mama was racist. And he had me over there one day. She got home. I don't remember I don't even think she said. The way she looked at me, and then she started mumbling, talking the other way, and then I could, you can tell. Mm-hmm. Take me home before I beat the fuck out of your mama. I'll kick that bitch down the steps. I do not play. Take me home. And that was the last of that. I don't have a whole lot of experience with it firsthand. It's just, I don't like the entitlement. I don't like the fact that you are constantly in my business and you have to make everything else your business. I have seen enough smart people learn from their own mistakes. Wise people learn from the mistakes of others. I don't need no white person to come be racist in my face for me to feel like y'all all racist. You are all that way until you do the work to not be that way. Because if I have generational trauma passed down through my DNA from my ancestors, there's no way the evil from your forefathers was not transferred down to you. So unless you can do what you need to do to heal from that, I got to keep you at a distance. And I'm real black.
You're very black.
Yeah, so what we even finna talk about?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Friend. I don't know what I was going to say, but friend. It felt right there.
Yeah, but I was hoping that more white people show their ass on Instagram too, because I don't even really have to say nothing. They was itching for it in the comments. They was like, I was looking for the white people to be in these comments, and they're not here.
Luckily for me, the white people that gravitate towards me will correct the other white people that they it's not even. I don't even have to. A lot of times, even
On Facebook, a white woman commented and said, "I completely feel you. I understand. Like, white people do need to shut up. This is a lot like when men insert them when women start when women start talking about women's business and men insert themselves." And of course, there was black people in the comments telling her, "This is mind your business." Blah blah blah. I understand.
I understand why you're saying that. You're trying to like show solidarity and show that you understand, but also shut the fuck up.
I don't have no problem with it. That's what I was going to say. Like, I completely understand why black people don't want to hear that from you right now. But I don't have a problem with it because that's what it takes for some people to understand. You got to be able to say it. If somebody who look like you can put it in a way that you understand, like if somebody can make another white woman realize, oh, I do feel this way whenever men start talking, maybe this is how they feel.
But it's all about the tone in which it's delivered. And because they're reading it and projecting a tone onto it that may not be there. Mm-hmm. Because if I read it and I hear her in her tone saying, oh, this is just like when men do da 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 da. Okay. But if they're reading it as this is just like when men do, yes, because this is just like when men do that, then that is an irritating tone. Yeah. But either way, you projecting something onto it.
Yeah. I just shut up. I didn't protect her. Like I often will protect when I like Kayla on Instagram, y'all are doing too much because this ain't that. With that, I just kind of shut up and let y'all do what y'all want to do. I'm gonna just move on. But I don't personally have a problem with it because I love a good analogy. If a good analogy is going to make you understand or help you see, and it's fair, it is a good one. Like it is very much the same thing. But
I would have typed out a paragraph and then deleted it because I'd have been like, "This is good."
I make reply videos and then delete them. Actually, that's how that video came about. I was not going to post that. I sent it to Bet and I was like, I just needed to get this out. Like, I just needed to say it. He was like, it's funny. You should post it. I said, Bet, that's all I need to hear.
He's always going to tell you to post it, though. When was the last time he told you don't post that?
I was shaking too much ass.
See? It's not. That's absolutely not.
I was throwing a little bit too much ass and he was like, no, cut this video short. You can't post all of this. So that was it though. I don't he don't usually tell me no, but I also don't usually ask. It's very rare that I'm like, should I post this? Because I already know, like what I got on Facebook is what I expected to get everywhere, which is mostly black people agreeing with me and then a few white people coming in with their well actuallys and this is a part of the problem. Girl, I don't give a fuck, black people. You just want to be segregated. Yeah. Leave us alone.
I want to be away from everybody that hates me. For real. In real life. We did have, let me see. We have a couple of other things on the docket. We do have a question, but I think I'm going to save question. I think we're going to
do a question episode.
Yeah. At some point, because we're ahead right now. So I had a couple of things on here. Let's see. I have D'Angelo died, which was sad.
I found out on live. I was on live doing my makeup and they came in and told me. And my favorite song in the whole world is Nothing Even Matters with him and Lauryn Hill. I feel like that is one of the most beautifully written and sung songs that I have ever heard. It is still on the number one song played in my Apple Music library. We played that for a while, and then I did repost my video dancing to How Does It Feel at like a YN because to show my respects.
Dancing to How Does It Feel like a YN is crazy work.
Why are you doing the in it to fucking D'Angelo? He don't have one song that requires that.
Not one. Not nary. Yeah,
I can't say I didn't really listen to a lot of D'Angelo growing up. Like I knew the hits, like the radio stuff or whatever. But I accidentally downloaded his Voodoo album onto my phone. I was just trying to download one song, downloaded the whole album on my phone. And so randomly when my music is playing, a song will come on and I'll be like, this is smooth. Like I didn't know enough to give it a chance when I was growing up. But now as an adult, I do listen to it. Like I let the songs play out when they come across.
Good. I don't know how he died. Did they
pancreatic cancer, I believe.
Damn.
Yeah. And then Andy Stone just died in March.
Fuck.
Yeah. I had posted the video of me dancing like YN to the song, whatever, on my story. Somebody replied to it and said, everybody but Donald Trump. Everybody but Donald Trump. And then she said, but speaking of killing it, you killed this outfit. But yeah, wrong D. We didn't want D'Angelo.
Yeah.
We didn't want Diane Keaton. We wanted Donald Trump. Do we?
JD Vance is a moron. And he got smacked down on TV by a fucking reporter. Did you see that? It was like, well, actually, you didn't answer the question. So, and
he just kept. Did he take that money?
He said, well, he didn't take a bribe. He said, that's not what I asked.
That's
not
the $50,000.
Did he keep it or did he give it back?
The $50,000 that we have him on recorded.
I haven't even seen this recording. That's not what I asked you.
Did he keep that money?
He's like, well, you haven't answered the question. He's like, you're focusing on about. He tried all the smart ways he could to get away from the question.
When you're not smart.
No, but just when you're dealing with someone who knows what you're doing. Mm-hmm. This is the other thing. You're not Donnie. We let Donnie get away with that because Donnie's got charisma. You're not
God,
Donnie,
I wish he
bro.
wasn't evil. He's so funny.
Damn, bro.
Fuck, he's hilarious.
Bro, Donnie is fucking hilarious.
Did you see him talking about how he survived his assassination attempt?
If he wasn't so, bro.
God, I wish he wasn't evil. Dude, I don't know.
This is the thing. If this was a television show I was watching.
Right, no.
Oh, I would love it. Because what's the name? Because it wouldn't be happening in real life.
I always see the comments. People leave a comment. One of my favorite ones. They be like, this is only funny because it ain't happening to me.
That's it right there. That's that right there.
Yeah. When Donald Trump first ran for president, when he first started talking about running for president, there was a rumor going around that because I believe him and Hillary Clinton were friends. He was running against Hillary. And the rumor was that he wasn't trying to win. He was trying to make it easy for her to win. Yeah. But along this, he realized,
I could win.
And
then just decided, all right.
And then just went full-fledged. Oh, my goodness.
He failed into being.
Did you see that picture?
What picture?
Was it Rolling Stone, Time, some magazine? Oh, my God. He looked terrible. The picture is from first of all, terrible angle. The camera's down here. Hair, see straight through it. You see straight through it. It really looked like, you know how they draw comb overs in cartoons? Yeah. Think about the grandpa from Rugrats. Yeah. Just a few lines going over. That's exactly what that shit looked like. All this turkey gobbler skin just looked terrible, just sagging and nasty.
He's but this is the thing. He's old. He's got to be in his 80s. Bro, granddad doesn't know what's going on.
He has no idea.
He still thinks you elected motherfuckers who think it's okay to say colored. What's wrong with saying colored?
Somebody said colored. And people was like, you can't say that. He was like, well, tell that to the NAACP. And then I remember white people was like, well, what if we had a WNACP? And niggas was like, what do you think the N stands for? In NAACP, what do you think the N stands for if you're just going to switch it out with a W?
Let us know.
Oh, my goodness.
What a time.
Damn, people could really be funny if they wasn't so fucking racist.
This is the thing. If we survive this and we look back, it's going to be hilarious.
Yeah. In those comments of that video, a white woman said something about me being racist or something, and I was like, yeah, I don't have no problem admitting that. The difference between me and you is I can admit it. I don't have no problem saying that out loud. I don't fuck with y'all like that. And she was like, trust me, the feeling's mutual, but I'm a Christian. I said, you ate? I'm not gonna lie, you ate that up. No, you ate. Bitch, actually, it's the same, but I believe in the Lord, so I'm gonna spare your black ass monkey. That's what it gave.
She wanted to say?
That's what it gave.
But she's like, I'm a chill.
But I'm a Christian. Okay, you ate
but I'm a God-fearing lady. Now you have a blessed day.
Yeah. She ate. I'm not gonna lie, she ate that up. Because I was able to read through the lines. She was like, trust me, it's mutual.
I actually despise
Can't stand you,
you and your kind.
But once again, let me tell you, I think I might be agnostic.
That's real.
I just don't know.
And
I'm perfectly okay with not knowing.
I lean towards, so I do believe that there is a higher power, but it can't be who y'all said it is. And the rules can't be the way that y'all said it is, because they don't make any sense.
Yeah. There's this girl going around telling the Bible, like talking about the Bible and Christianity in this fun, sarcastic way. She's like, yeah, so God, like, yeah, he created these people and then
He
put them
loves
in
you
this
so much.
He put this big ass tree right there with the juiciest fruit on it and was like, don't eat it. And then she touched. Yeah, it's very funny when you on the outside.
Bro, I saw the one that she did where she was like,
Oh, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, where she was like, yes, like God loves me so much that he put sin in me that wasn't in me before, and then like he like killed his son so that there wouldn't be sin in me that he didn't have to put in me in the first place. That he made me like that. I was like, huh.
When you don't read the Bible, but you just listen to people talk about the different stories, it's hard to understand why y'all be, because he's done some shit. The smiting?
Yo, he was killing motherfuckers for real.
Yeah. Just because. Kill your son right now. Let me see. You gonna do it? I'm just playing.
Wow, you was really gonna do it, huh?
Wow, my boy. Like, you was really gonna do that shit. I killed mine. You can't kill yours.
He hadn't done that yet.
I'm gonna kill mine. I'm gonna one up you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna follow through.
He was just like, I'm finna, because it's all the same timeline in God's mind, and he's eternity. So like, he was like, mine's gonna be dead next week.
Yeah, dead right now in my head. Like,
it's
already happened. Time is not linear for me.
He's already been brought back.
Y'all gonna go crazy.
Y'all gonna wait till y'all see that shit, bro. They rolled the stone away, and he wasn't there.
Gone. It was amazing. Some of my best work.
And David Blaine ain't got shit on me, nigga.
Yeah. Okay. So wait. Before I say I think I might be agnostic, what does that mean?
So agnostic.
I want to make sure I have the right definition.
Agnostics are people who believe that. So atheists believe there is no God. Theists believe there is a God. Agnostics believe that there's something, but they don't believe in any of the like organized religions.
Okay. So that's where I am. There has to be something bigger.
Yes.
I just don't know what it is, and I am perfectly okay with not knowing what it is. And let me just say, jail is enough to keep me to do right. I don't need. I'm right here right now. I can't worry about what's gonna happen when I die. I don't know nothing about that. I know right now I want to be free.
Yet not being. I can't go to jail, bro. I'm
a picky eater. I am a
I wouldn't
picky
even think.
eater.
I would see again, men and women, two completely different experiences. I was thinking about having to fight for my virtue.
I mean, it be like that in the women's prisons too.
Well, yeah, but y'all different. What are they?
I'm sure. I think it's one of those separate but equal type things. Like as the girl, like I feel like it's because they be raping them with stuff.
Oh,
yeah, and they ain't even getting no pleasure out of that.
That's crazy.
Don't have no hairbrushes around and shit like that. Yeah, they be. Yeah, it get like that in the women's prisons too. Yeah,
that's just.
And you don't even get nothing out of that.
Yeah, that's just vile.
Yeah,
but also I be thinking about like the fact that you got hard enough to be able to like rape a man. That's you don't think like you ain't never investigated that.
The niggas been there for a long time.
I don't give a fuck how long it is. There is no amount of time that I could go without a woman's touch and think, you know what? Man ass.
Yeah. If I were a guy, if I'm sentenced to jail and they're like, you can't get out. I'm not changing my clothes, bro. It's a wrap. You might, if you care about me at all, you won't take them sheets up out of here. It is a wrap. Y'all, I'm gonna be gone before lunchtime.
Y'all think I'm never getting out? I'm good.
Yeah. And honestly, if it's like How old am I? I'm 34.
Mm-hmm.
I got to live my life right. Cause I'm if they lock me, if I got to go to prison, I don't think I'm coming back. I don't think I'm ever getting out of there. I don't know a number. I can't imagine having a year. 1 year.
1 year?
1 year. I can't imagine.
You could do a year, bro.
I don't know that I could. I'm a very picky eater. I might die from starvation before anything else.
I'm thinking about it right now, and I can't do anything over 5 for real.
The days just... It would be different if prison had shit to do. It didn't even got to be fun shit.
The reason that I wouldn't be able to do, one of the reasons, so it's not even necessarily going to jail, because going to jail is one thing, and doing your time is one thing. Coming out and having no access to anything in the way that we treat people that have been to jail, that's the part that I would almost like, I would get out and be like, there's actually nothing here for me. I might as well go back.
That was like in life, the dude who was getting out the gay one, he was like, I can't go home like this. I've been in here for so long. And then it's like, I remember when Boosie got out of jail, they had to teach that nigga what a selfie was. He was in jail that long. He didn't know what a selfie he didn't know what a selfie was. Technology moved too fast. Get out, don't nothing look the same.
That's like when they said they showed some dude from New York and he was getting out and he had on there was a specific type of leather jacket that was like mad colorful that niggas had in the early 2000s. And I wanted one. I think it was Averex. Might have been an Averex leather jacket. And he like came in there styling with it and they're like,
thought he was.
I was like, yo, don't nobody wear that no more. He's like, what you mean? He's like, yo, don't nobody.
Was that like
that's
what you went to jail in?
Yeah. He came out and they handed him the clothes that he went to jail in and he bopped up here.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
One more thing about the comments on Facebook. Somebody mentioned, after telling me that I was a part of the problem and all that, and she said, a great man, Martin Luther King, said XYZ, blah, blah, blah. And she left a whole paragraph. My only response to that was, y'all murdered him. For that. The shit that you're trying to tell me that he said that I'm supposed to be taking heed to, your kind offed him for that.
Your kind.
What? That mean, how are you trying to tell me to have a dream and the last nigga that had a dream was assassinated?
Fair.
They're so dumb. Why can't you just say as a human? I know y'all fucking them dogs. That's how I know right there. That's how I know right there. Because why would I be talking about anything besides that, girl? What? I can't say as a human because I'm not sure that you are one. Right? I know you're white. A white what? I'm not really sure. So, as a human, girl, get the fuck out of here. What you know about being human? You're white. Sorry, okay. I'm gonna move on. They just so damn dumb over there. Just proving the point.
People allow themselves to be trolled and just be dumb, just willfully dumb and.
Someone did post a meme. I think it just said 100% black bullshit or something like that. And my response to that was, I don't have one meme in my phone dedicated to white people. You see how you just had that loaded up and ready to go? It's because this is what you do. You couldn't wait because you are obsessed. You go around, like, there was one guy who was under the comments of that video and then he was under the comments of a different video. So whether you went looking for it or not, your algorithm knows that you are obsessed because why am I showing up? And in that video, I was also talking about white people. That was when they started talking about them like segregation and making them whites only towns. And I made a video where I was like, I saw someone saying, here's a list of all the things that black people invented. Y'all can go to your whites only towns and no, don't take none of our shit with you. And I said, take it. I don't give a fuck. Leave us alone.
You want them to be successful.
I want you to go over there, thrive, be around your people, and leave us alone. And you're under this comment still talking. I'm like, no, this is just obsession because I didn't say anything bad to or about white people. In the other video, I understand white people speaking up because I don't know that I would scroll past a video of somebody saying, you black people need to shut the fuck up. I don't know that I would just scroll past that. So I can understand. Like, I can understand. But this video, I said, let them have whatever they need. Just go and do your thing and leave us alone. And he said something about, y'all stay over there with your ghetto kids or some shit like that. And I said, at least we know they would be safe at school.
This is true. School shooters typically are not. They're not.
It's not a typically. I don't think that there are any that are not white. Me and Vet looked it up the other day. That is 100%
really
them. There is no reported unless we missed something, but we looked it up because we was having this conversation. There are no reported non-white school shooters. It's only them. That is 100% y'all. And when I bring that up, that's usually when they shut up.
Because what do you say to that? Not really anything you can.
If y'all wasn't so worried about black people and more worried about your own damn kids, then maybe other people's kids will be safe at school. If y'all raised y'all kids into adulthood to be independent people who do not care about what other people are doing so much, maybe black people will be safe in random ass grocery stores. In the video, I said white people don't have no natural predators.
That's true.
A woman said, what do you mean we don't have natural predators? Everybody hates us. Do you know what a natural predator is? We hate you because you're the predator. You made it that way. Nobody was after you. Nobody is.
She just didn't understand how words worked, and that's a her problem.
Yeah.
But okay. I did have other things, but we can get into them because I'm often like missing things off dockets, and or I often like will forget to create a docket, so it's always nice to have a couple things in the docket. So, thank y'all for being here another week. Wait, did you have anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. So thank y'all for being here another week, liking, sharing, subscribing, leaving comments with timestamps. We greatly appreciate it, and we'll see y'all back here next week. I've been RJ Friendly Neighborhood Dom, and this is
Rasheeda,
a.k.a.
Big Rox.
Not the little one.
Never the little one, not even at the end of the show.
And not Kirk's.
And definitely not Kirk's Rasheeda, please. Oh, my God. A.K.A. Rasheeda, A.K.A. not Kirk's Rasheeda.
Okay. And we'll see y'all back here next week. Peace.
Bye.